The Mobile County Sheriff's Office recently solved a case that had been cold for more than 4 decades. News 5's Peter Albrecht takes a look at this bizarre story that stretches from Alabama to Louisiana to Kansas.
November 28, 1976, off Old Pascagoula Road in Grand Bay, hunters find a human skeleton. An investigator takes pictures. Pictures that more than 40 years later, a detective with the Mobile County Sheriff's Office takes an interest in.
The skeleton still had the clothing, and it was mostly intact. And there was also a partial dental plate, and the skull of the female actually had indications that there were pre-existing injuries from traffic collisions.
8 months before the skeleton was found in Mobile County, 33-year-old Marianne Perez, a wife and mother of 3, disappeared. Her car found at a bar near her home outside of New Orleans. But prior to the computer age, communication between law enforcement agencies is so poor that no one makes a connection to the Jane Doe skeleton in Mobile. Unaware of the New Orleans disappearance in 1977, Mobile County ships the skeletal remains to a lab in Oklahoma that uses the skull to construct images of what the woman might have looked like, but it produces no leads. Then, a break. In 1980, a drifter named David Courtney is arrested in Kansas. He admits that he and his wife Donna killed 5 women in several states, including Marianne Perez in New Orleans. But he couldn't pinpoint where they had dumped the body, only recalling that they had driven a long distance.
Yeah, all the bodies that he had presented and locations, they had been located. The last one that he presented, they hadn't found her.
Without the body, some of Perez's family holds out hope that she's still alive. Move ahead more than 35 years, and Sheriff's Deputy J.T. Thornton is investigating another unidentified body found in Mobile County that same year.
So I thought there might have been some correlation, so I started investigating from there and found that there was no correlation between the two.
But through his investigative work, Thornton meets a detective in Harrison County, Mississippi, who remembers the Perez case. Thornton goes to New Orleans and speaks to her husband and children.
They advised me that she had been in a traffic collision, Marianne Perez had, that she had a partial dental plate. I was like, that's almost a perfect match.
DNA testing was the final piece of the puzzle, but there was one big problem. After 42 years, no one knew any more of the whereabouts of Perez's remains. And then, a little luck blended in with all the good detective work.
It was actually a miracle, believe it or not. The State Attorney General's office sent an investigator down here who also works cold cases. So when he comes in, he's like, do you know anything about this case? I was like, yes, I do, and I've been hunting for the remains. He's like, well, we've been looking for the case that goes with the remains.
The remains had been warehoused in Oklahoma. They're now at a lab in Texas for DNA testing, which should, once and for all, close this case, 42 years after the crime.
That goes to show that no matter time length, these cases can be solved.
Now, killer David Courtney is still serving a life sentence in Kansas. His wife died more than 20 years ago. Peter Albrecht, News 5.